In the future, East Coast Park is going to look very different, but it's not going to affect you. Instead, recruits from Tekong might cry, Watch to the end, then you will understand. So, Singapore is looking to build Long Island off East Coast Park. Basically, it will house 8 billion people, and it's part of New York. Salah. Cannot be, ma. You telling me Winklepier is wrong, and then the Straits Times is correct. I graduate from uni with Winkle. Yeah, in any case, don't confuse Long Island with the Long Island in New York. Basically, what happened is that Singapore is now looking to create land out from the sea off East Coast Park. And the land is so big, it can house up to 60,000 homes and many other recreational facilities. You see, if you focus on what PM Lee said during National Day rally, instead of focusing on what you wear, this isn't surprising. He actually spoke about it back in 2019. Now, what is this? Basically, if you have a life and then go to East Coast Park before, you have spent time looking at the sea. And usually, you will see ships parked far away. What you didn't know is that the sea might just swallow up the beach during high tide due to climate change. If you think I'm joking, read this. Just earlier this year, floods occurred in East Coast Park due to high tides. The threat of rising sea level is realer than the 8mm makeup on Sopiran's face. One of the ways is to build a wall around Singapore. But let's face it, if that is feasible, then the authorities will have built air conditioner throughout Singapore. So the authorities started their first fight against rising sea level by announcing more details of Long Island. Basically, it's 3 reclaimed lands built off East Coast Park. The lands are built higher, so it automatically becomes a defense against rising sea levels. There are even gates there, so if there are...
Oi, if got rising sea level and we stop it, the water will go elsewhere and then swallow other islands.
That's why recruits in Tekong must learn how to swim and run fast . The lands can be used for development needs like housing or recreational. Of course, the question is, why not just build a wall around East Coast Park? Like I say, if you go to East Coast Park, you're there to see the sea. If they build a wall, you'll see construction there instead. Now, why do I say that it won't affect you? Simple. The announcement isn't an announcement to start building the island. Instead, it's an announcement to say that they're going to start to do feasibility studies, basically to check if can do or not. Because this is a major project. Cannot just suka do. And even if after a few years, they realize, okay, can do, it will be a project that will take decades to complete. Decades are tens of years. And if you view tens of years through TikTok, it's billions of years. By then, our PM is Jonathan Lim Zhu Liang instead. Am I someone who's not born as of now? Yeah, so chances are, when there's a BTO in Long Island, you're probably living in a retirement home. But by now you should be wondering, reclaim land, safe or not? Will the land sink? No way, cause in case you didn't know, since independence, the land surface in Singapore has increased by about 22%, and it's not because we eat too much. Just take a look at this. So basically, those in red are reclaimed lands. So you can see a bulk of Tuas and the east of Singapore is reclaimed land. Even a bulk of Changi Airport is on reclaimed land. So of course it's safe. This now brings us to the question that everyone is having. Is this part of the Together and East Coast plan? FBI, open up! In the meantime, if you feel I've learned something, consider subscribing. And if you're watching this in 2055 in Long Island, can you tell me the 4D number for this week?